When we hear the word modesty, what comes to mind? A hijab? Loose clothing? A particular dress code? While these may be aspects of modesty, the reality is, modesty is much more. It's not just about what we wear, it's about how we carry ourselves, how we speak, how we interact, and even how we think. It's an inward state that reflects outwardly. And in a world that glorifies excess, attention, and display, true modesty is powerful, different from what most people do. Let's start where modesty truly begins, the heart and mind. Modesty isn't just about covering skin. It's about cultivating humility. It's about recognizing that our value isn't tied to external validation. In Surah Al-Furqan, Allah mentioned, "And the servant of the Most Merciful are those who walk on the earth humbly, and when the ignorant address them harshly, they say a word of peace." This verse highlights the essence of true modesty, humility in conduct and in speech. In an age of self-promotion, modesty is a conscious decision to not be consumed by ego. It's the ability to embrace success with grace and accept failure with humility. It's knowing that our worth is not determined by public applause. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ presented this beautifully. Despite being the best of creation, he lived humbly, ate with his companions, and performed household chores without seeing himself as superior. Modesty also extends the way we speak and behave. The Prophet ﷺ was known for his gentle speech. He thought that strength is in self-restraint. Aisha radiallahu anha narrated that he never spoke loudly in the market, nor did he repay evil with evil, but rather he forgave and overlooked. How often do we think about the modesty of our words? Do we speak to impress or to inspire? Do we speak to tear down or to build up? Modesty in speech means choosing your words carefully, avoiding gossip, and knowing when to stay silent. In Surah Al-Isra, Allah mentioned, "And tell my servant to say that which is best, for Shaitan induced dissension among them. Indeed, Shaitan is ever a clear enemy to mankind." Even in our disagreement, we are reminded to remain dignified and modest in our words. Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, known for his strong leadership, was also careful with his speech. He once said, "Sometimes, silence is the best response." Yes, clothing is a part of modesty, but it's not just about the fabric. It's about intention. The purpose of dressing modestly isn't oppression. It's liberation from the pressure of flaunting our bodies for approval. Allah commands in Surah An-Nur, "And tell the believing women to lower their gaze and guard their chastity, and not to reveal their adornment, except that which normally appears." Dressing modestly is a reminder that our worth isn't on how much skin we show, but in the depth of our character. It's not about hiding, it's about presenting ourselves with dignity. Our beloved mothers of Islam, like Aisha radiallahu anha and Fatima radiallahu anha, embodied modesty in both clothing and conduct. It's not just an obligation, but a reflection of inner piety. Khadija radiallahu anha, the first wife of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, was a wealthy and influential woman, but despite her status, she carried herself with humility, never flaunting her wealth, but instead using it to benefit others. The most beautiful form of modesty is inner modesty, in our action, in our generosity, in our intentions. The Prophet ﷺ taught us to do good without seeking recognition. One of the greatest examples of this is our mother, Zainab bint Jahsh radiallahu an, who would secretly give charity at night, so her left hand wouldn't know what her right hand had given. Doing good for the sake of Allah alone. Allah stated in the Quran, "If you disclose your charitable expenditures, they are good, but if you conceal them and give them to the poor, it is better for you." This means that the purity of our intentions matters more than the visibility of our actions. So the next time someone tells you modesty is just about clothing, remember, it's about so much more. It's a mindset, a way of life, a form of dignity that transcends fashion. Because in a world obsessed with being seen, true power lies in being content without the need for constant attention. If you like this video, share your thoughts in the comments. How do you define modesty in your own life? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Until next time, stay humble, stay kind, stay modest. Assalamu alaikum.